Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
G'day guys, it's been 5 months since the last video where I was flashing the bike with the improved stock tune, and now it's time to do stage 2. So I've got the stage 1 Indian Thunderstroke pipes, I'll show you in a minute, and I've got Lloydz Arrowhead. I've got the stage 1 tune from Fuel Motor, so we're all ready to rock and roll. And the reason I'm making this video is because when I was looking through YouTube just to see what it's like if someone's actually done the Lloydz Arrowhead, couldn't find anybody that actually has put up video. So there's no video of the Lloydz Arrowhead being fitted to the bike. Not it's a big deal, but sometimes you just want to see and have a look at what's involved and what's it look like. I mean, what's it look like you can find lots of people that have it on there, but the actual installation of putting it on and all that, I couldn't find any videos. So I thought, well, there is none, I'll put one up just in case. And I also put up at the end of the video the manual of what you get with the Lloydz Arrowhead. It's pretty simple really. Most of the work is taking the old one off, the stock one off, and putting the new one on. It's simple enough. So I'm not going to video the pipe fitting, the muffler fitting, because that's bloody simple enough. You just pull one on, put it on. So this video is going to be mainly about the Lloydz Arrowhead, because the pipe, like I said, is simple enough, and there is nothing much more to it. And then also, before I forget, I'm going to try to record the sound of the bike before and after. So we'll see what difference that makes. Not that it makes much of a difference, just for fun. Anyway, welcome back. See ya. Let's get into it. So here are the goodies, like I said. So that's just the stock standard Indian stage 1 pipe. And this is the fishtails that I've picked. Primarily I picked the Indian stage 1 for 2 reasons. One, because these gorgeous fishtails, and I love the look of these things. I mean, these just absolutely perfect, the shape. I just love the way they look. Couldn't design them any better myself if I had to. So they're perfect. That's what I wanted to have on the end of it. So because you can't fit these onto the stock pipes, you need to have these stage 1s to fit these, so that's why I bought them. And the other reason I bought these and not any other pipe is because I don't like it too loud. It's just me. So that's perfect. They're not too loud and they fit these gorgeous things, and obviously they help with performance and lots of stuff. And then the air cleaner is this thing here, the Lloydz Arrowhead. Again, to my mind and to my eyes, this is the most beautiful air cleaner that's currently available for the Indian. And I've got it with the red, so that matches the bike. Red, so that's cool. So that's basically it. And then, like I said, I got the correct mapping from Fuel Motor, and that's it. So let's get into it. First thing I got to do is strip the bike, take everything off to get to the tank, because I got to raise the tank a little bit, take the snorkel off. Okay, so we are now at the stage where everything is off. That needs to come off. I've fitted the pipes. Fairly straightforward. Like I said, you pull the old one off and put the new one on. Tighten them to the right torque settings, and that's what they look like. I'm gonna put the sound clip up in a minute of what it sounds like with these pipes on, but still with the original air cleaner. So once you take the air cleaner off, you end up with this basically, and these are all the parts that make up the stock one. So there's 6 parts here that you can end up after you take everything off. The taking off is really dead simple. See if the instructions here, see every step. It tells you just what to do, and with a photo of what to do. So, I mean, really, it's very, very good. So there's nothing you can do wrong. So that's why I didn't tape that or record that. There's nothing to it. So that's all you're going to end up with. plus the throttle body, but that throttle body we're going to reuse, whereas all of that stuff we won't. So from here on I'm going to just position the camera around about here, and then I'll just work away. Hopefully I'm not going to be in your way. Okay, so here we go. So you get this collar with a black O-ring, and the collar has a flange, so that sits pretty much in here, and then you can put the O-ring around it. The O-ring stands proud from the collar. That's how you know that it will actually seal in the back here. So just put a dab of grease and make sure it doesn't fall out when you try to mount it. So that's probably not a bad idea. Put a bit of grease just on the top. That'll prevent it from falling out as I'm messing around here. So there we go. Now then, next step is the backing plate. This is the backing plate. Comes with the brown O-ring which goes inside here, and that seals between the backing plate and the throttle body. This is all the things you got to do all in one hit. So there's a bit of a thing. You need probably more than 2 hands, but anyway. And you also need to feed the cable through here. And then put the rubber thing on it. Keep the rubber thing on it. And that's in a different orientation than the old one was. Sorry guys, by now you would have noticed that the installation didn't happen. Well, it did happen. It's just that the bloody camera that you're looking through now just shut off after 2.5 minutes for some reason. I don't know why. I've tested the camera since then. It was running fine for half an hour while I look at it, and when of course I installed the air cleaner, and this whole video was about showing how to install the Lloydz Arrowhead air cleaner, and that's when the damn thing stops on me. So I'm sorry about that, but it really is not that difficult, and I'm going to put the pictures in of the installation instructions, plus I'll run you through a little bit right now of what's involved, and honestly, anybody can do it. It's dead simple. So let me run you through it. Sorry guys. So this is what she looks like. You would have still from before seen the backing plate. When you take everything off, all you end up with a manifold, basically a hole, that manifold thing there. And so you have the you have that collar with the black O-ring which sits in the manifold. I think you still saw that, me putting it on before the camera gave up on me. And then the next step is probably the hardest really, because that backing plate doesn't actually have any locating arrangement. It just sits there, and the only thing that holds it where it's supposed to be is the four holes that the throttle body gets screwed through. So basically you have to put the cable through, which is the connecting, the electronics that controls the throttle body. You put that through the backing plate there. That's a bit tricky because the rubber is really stiff, and it needs to be, because it needs to seal that hole properly. And the breather hose on the other side. Let me see if I can show you the breather hose. There, that black thing there. This thing here, the breather hose that attaches to the back of the backing plate. So once you attach that breather hose and the connector, and then you have to, once you attach those things, you still have to hold the backing plate basically yourself because nothing's holding it. Then you have to put the throttle body against it, put the brown O-ring between the throttle body and the backing plate, and then put the four screws in and screw it all on. Once you got that done, you're done basically, because after that it's basically just putting the filter on and the front cover. And the front cover is only held by these two screws. So it's easier if you've got an extra pair of hands, but I managed to do it by myself, and it can be done. And it really is much simpler than the stock one, because as you saw, the stock one has 6 components or something like that. So this is much simpler. So there you go, all done and dusted. Like I said, I'm gonna show the install instructions, and it really is that simple. And boy, does she look good. I love the look of this thing. It's see, if you look at it from this side, it's much smaller than the stock one, covering up far less of the cylinder heads, which is what I like. Of course, it's also got the arrowhead shape, which is beautiful. Fits this bike perfectly. So really, that and the pipe with the pipes, it's just gorgeous looking to me anyway. I think that's, from a cosmetic and performance point of view, we're there if she pulls enough. What I mean by that is I'm 110 kilos, my wife is 90. By the time, that's 200 kilos on top. The bike itself is 430, so we're talking 630 before we even put any luggage on. So there's a lot of weight that needs to be pulled, and as long as I can easily overtake people, that's all I care about. I'm not a performance junkie or power junkie, but I want to be able to pull the throttle and be able to comfortably pass a car when I need to overtake. So that's the whole point. So if this will do it now, I'm done. If this will not do it, then I might look at a Lloyd's camshaft or something to give it the extra 10-15 horsepower. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, so there you go. All done and dusted. So I'll get another video done when I take her for a spin and tell you how she feels. Cheers. How about that? Some Aussie wildlife for you. By the way, I'm going on a little bit of a road trip in a week's time to Carnarvon Gorge for 6 days. If you guys want to see some of that, let me know in the comment section, and I might bother to take my camera. What's the fucking thing called? The drift. Yeah, the drift. Mounted on my helmet. I got a new helmet, so I've got to mount all that and everything else. But yeah, so if anybody's interested, let me know in the comment section, and then I'll bother mounting it all and take a few videos and a few shots. Otherwise, I won't bother. All right, stay safe. See yas.